Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am talking a little bit about the new students that I've got. Because I am in a traditionally aged program, most of my students are approximately 18 to 22, but I've got a lot of new students, right? I've got freshmen and I've got transfer students who are new to the Mount. And so one of the things that I do during this week is I try and make a genuine connection to students. But one of the things I consider when I'm trying to make that connection is the fact that they're at a specific developmental place. And that is this emerging adulthood period. And keep in mind that during this period, students are going through a lot of identity exploration, and there's also the sense of who am I? And I'm kind of isolated because I'm off somewhere new and I'm not yet really an adult, but I'm not really a teenager. So I try and find activities that I think are useful pedagogically for my class. But I also try and find activities and icebreakers that connect me to my students that are developmentally appropriate as well. One of the great things about this developmental age is that students are both very self-focused, but also seeking their identity. They don't quite know who they are, but they're very, very much working on who they are. So I think icebreakers are a really great opportunity in the first class to get a sense of who your students are and what they're like. And what I typically do is I do some sort of connection where I have either like a note card where students write their name on it, and then I try and connect that to a picture. Or if I'm working with an online class, I try and encourage them to do the same sort of thing where they reveal a little bit of basic information about themselves, but then also have that picture of them on there so they can get to start to know names with faces. But then the other thing I do is I try and do something that's going to get them a little bit out of their box. Now there's lots of ways to do icebreakers, and I'll link a couple below so that you have some ideas if you're looking for some. But I want to share one of the examples I do in my statistics class, which is statistics is a class where sometimes students come in with a bit of anxiety about the class. And so I encourage them to be honest about what feelings they might already carry into the class so that they're aware of any biases that they're coming into the class with them. And so I ask them to reflect on their past experiences with either statistics or with math in general, if they haven't had a statistics class, and ask them how they feel about that. And then I pass out some black and white photos, which are just black and white photos of random things like railroad crossings, flowers, cute kittens, basic Creative Commons open license photographs that I've downloaded from the internet. From the internet. And what I ask them to do is to pick a picture that represents how they feel about either statistics or math. And then I encourage them to go find students that have the same picture as them. And I have normally 4 or 5 copies of each of the pictures. And then I ask them to talk about why they picked the picture. And what this does is this gets students a little bit beyond just, hi, my name is this and I did this over summer. And it gets them to reflect on the class and the content, but it also gets them to reflect on the fact that they're carrying in certain feelings about the class and what that means for them and how that can affect them in the class. And I have little guided questions that walk them through these sort of prompts. And what that does is that's really focusing on what their identity is, because we get this odd thing where sometimes some women feel that they're not good at math because maybe of some past experience. And because I work in traditionally female-only classes, it's a great opportunity to talk about that. And I find it almost always comes up. So this is one way that I try and pick a developmentally appropriate icebreaker for emerging adults. I hope that sharing this is helpful for you and that you're able to seek some inspiration through some of the links below. I hope that you have a great start to your semester, and I'll see you next week. Bye.